Morning, everybody, and welcome to Introduction to the UVic Library. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Megan. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I am one of the settlement advisors at the International Center for Students. I help international students throughout the course of your time at UVic navigate resources, accessing information about settling into Victoria, and connecting to community. So it's very nice to be able to be here today with you all. I'm also joined this morning by Aman, one of our wonderful student staff who has been a UVic Val student leader. Many of you may have already met him. Aman will be supporting today with the chat and doing some background tech as well for our lovely library team who are facilitating the session today. To start us off in a good way, I would like to acknowledge and respect the Lekwungen peoples, the Songhees and the Esquimalt nations, on whose territory the university stands, and Lekwungen and WSÁNEĆ peoples, whose historical relationships with the land continue to this day. This is a territory acknowledgement that we do at UVic as an act of reconciliation. As you continue through your studies at UVic, you'll likely hear this territory or land acknowledgement at the start of meetings or events or gatherings to recognize and honor the land that we are on and to honor the people who have the historic and present relationships to this land. You can learn more about the territory acknowledgement at UVic at this link and are going to encounter a diverse amount of approaches to territory acknowledgements throughout your time in the Lekwungen territories and Victoria. This session, Introduction to the UVic Libraries, is being offered as part of our International Student Orientation programs between now and August 23rd. So that's today, the last day. The International Center for Students and our campus partners have offered a number of online sessions to introduce you to services offered to students and to provide opportunities to connect and learn about the resources that are available to you. From August 27th to September 1st, there will be many in-person programs for you to attend, and we really do hope that you will join us. There are so many different ways to connect and get involved. During this week, you'll have the chance to meet our team, get connected on campus, make new friends at events such as the beach socials, board game nights, and hikes. And please don't miss our all-day International Student Welcome event that is happening on Thursday, August 29th. You can register for all of these events using the registration forms online. We'll share that in the chat as well. And we hope to see you there. Just a reminder that if you haven't yet submitted your photo for your one card, please do so on the one card website. And you will need your one card in order to check into the International Student Welcome event on the 26th. And also it is your key to accessing so many other services on campus, including those by our lovely facilitators today. So please be sure to submit your photo by August 23rd so that it can be processed in time. This card, again, is your official UVic student identification and also your campus debit card. And a hot tip, it gives you access to some really great student discounts. During our time together today, if you do have any questions, you're welcome to share them in the chat. Our lovely presenters will try to tackle them as we go along. And if you have any questions for me in the capacity of an ICS team member, I will be staying with you today, so I'll be in the background. You can message me directly. But that's all for me, and I'm really happy to hand it off to my lovely colleagues from the library, Ing, Zara, and David, to start us off with today's session.
Nice. Thank you so much, Megan. I want to start out by welcoming you all to the University of Victoria, and thank you so much for attending the UVic Library Orientation session for international students. We hope that you find the session useful, and we welcome any questions you have. My name is David Boudneau. My pronouns are he, him. I am a gender studies and government information librarian, and I also am an international student support librarian, along with my colleague Ing. During this session, we hope to provide a general introduction to the University of Victoria library system and what you can expect from your library. It is your library, so use it. Any questions that come up, ask us, please. We're here to help you. Due to the diverse nature of this group and in this session, we won't cover all of the disciplines or program-specific resources, as we hope that you will experience those during other orientation sessions over the next few weeks with your subject librarians and other help at the library. So at any time, you can ask a question by putting it in the chat here in Zoom, and we will do our best to answer those questions. All right, let's get started. So libraries can have different attributes, and they contain different things. The UVic libraries in particular are a combination of people, places, and things that work together to support your learning in a variety of different ways. So over the next few slides, we're going to share a little more about the people, places, and things that you can expect during your time at UVic. People. People are at the heart of the library. The different people you may come across within the library may have different roles. We have library staff and librarians. You may come across library staff in your visit to the help desk or the Ask Us desk, or you might see a librarian in your classes. We also have other folks who have specific content expertise or tech expertise who might assist you with a particular tool or type of content. We also have partners who take on roles such as tutors, advisors, and so on. And I want to stress here that the people at the library are paid to help you. So if we don't know that you need help, we can't do our job. The colleagues that you see here on the screen all love working with students, and we want you to feel a sense of belonging at the library and like it's yours, because it is yours. So take advantage of meeting and using the expertise of all the people that work at the library. You are almost certain to come across a librarian during your time here. Librarians are information experts and can help you with your information or research-related questions. Here at UVic Libraries, the different librarians may have different types of expertise. Some may be subject experts, while others may be function-based experts such as data experts, research method-based experts, or even source-type experts such as librarians in the archives and special collections. But all librarians can help with general research questions that don't require deeper subject or content expertise. You can make an appointment to see a librarian. For simpler questions, you can choose to make an appointment with the next available librarian. And for more complex questions, you can make an appointment with the relevant subject or content librarian. Any student, whether you are undergraduate or graduate, can make an appointment with a librarian. I'll quickly show you how to book an appointment now and what the options are. Okay, so this is the UVic Library website, uvic.ca/library, or if you go to uvic.ca, you'll see a button at the top for library. If you want to book a librarian, we have it front and center here on our page in the quick links. You go to the Book a Librarian link and go down, book now, book an appointment, and you can get an appointment for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. You kind of select here and you look at the calendar, see who's available. Over on the left, you can see the names of some of our librarians and what their subject specialties are. And you just select your time and complete the booking. We do offer bookings for both in-person visits at the library and also over Zoom or Teams. So in the Learning Commons of the library, we have many supports for students that you should take advantage of. You'll be able to find tutors for math, sciences, languages, and more. And you can sign up for one-on-one tutoring or group sessions. We do have a wonderful Center of Academic Communication, which provides writing help. They have a number of writing tutors that you can set up one-on-one appointments with, or you can you can have a group session. They offer support over Zoom and in person. So make sure and go visit the Center for Academic Communication if you have any kind of writing questions. I know writing can be one of the most challenging things that you do, and we have lots of support for it. We do have student services, academic advising, study skills, and counseling. And we have some links here in the slides where it takes you to all kinds of help. The UVic Learn Anywhere website has everything from academic support to career counseling, language support, and more. Let's talk about academic integrity. Academic integrity expectations may be different than what in Canada than what you come across in your past educational experiences. We recommend that you watch this video on academic integrity and how to avoid plagiarism. At UVic, they take plagiarism very seriously. And so one way to avoid plagiarism is to cite your work. And I want to mention that the librarians here can help you with your citations. So when you need help with writing, go to the Center for Academic Communication, set an appointment with a writing tutor. When you need help with citations, book an appointment with a librarian. We're familiar with all the different citation styles, and we can walk you through how to put together your citation. And even if you have a question like, should I cite this or how do I cite this? We can help with that. All right. We're going to send around the slides after, so make sure and visit all of these different links for services. Okay. All right. I'd like to switch it over to my colleague Ing.
Thank you, David. Okay. There are two libraries on campus. One is the main library, which is also called the MERS Learning Center. And we have a law library at the Fraser building. And then the main library is the central library. It could be very busy during the fall term. So if you have difficulty to find a learning space or group study space in the main library, consider the law library, which is a very nice place to study. So just a little tip for you. And then we have different collections in the library. So for example, special collection archive, which located in the lower floor. These are where the university records were hosted, and also faculty, members' records, and a lot of very special rare materials hosted in UVic libraries. And a lot of times for students in need primary resources, when you search catalog, you see something in special collection. That means it's at the lower floor. You cannot find those books on the shelf. You have to go to the lower floor reading room to access the material. They are closed stack. Other than that, all library books and other materials are open stack, meaning you could go to the shelf directly, check them, browse them, take it down from the shelf, and if you don't need to, borrow it, you can leave in the book bin in the library. Okay, we also have maps and air photos collection for those students from geography. You will find these information very useful. We have curriculum collection on the second floor, which are children's books and teaching materials and curriculum materials from kindergarten to grade 12. If you have kids, you definitely could enjoy reading in the library with our kids. That's really nice experience. Learning Commons is on the main floor. It's a bunch of tutor offices, don't feel afraid to go there. You can knock down the door and to drop in, or you could book appointment. That's the place providing tutoring help for math, physics, statistics, and learning tips, strategies, writing, academic writing. So meaning you have a paper due and you want somebody look at your paper draft before you submit to your instructor. That's the writing tutors help. They will look at your paper and give you guidance on how to improve it. Like maybe you need to work more on the citation, or maybe this paper structure need a little bit adjustment. So that's a very helpful free service for our students. Feel free to use them. And you also get career help if you want somebody look at your CV and the cover letter. You always can find that help in the main floor learning commons. We have some student ask whether you could you could work as a tutor. Yes, definitely. There are a lot of student working opportunities in the library. Learning commons, they hire tutors, mainly graduate students, but library, for example, circulation, we welcome student application to work as a circulation assistant or library assistant. So these opportunities you can always find on the UVic website and the library website as well. We also have multilingual collections, so for students from other countries, you can find leisure readings in your own language. These are all centralized in our collection. So meaning you could search your home language in our big library search box and to find what we have in those languages. Okay. Let's move to the second slide. So really, talking about the study space in the library, the main floor and second floor are very noise tolerated. So you guys could talk, you could do some group discussion. And the third floor is mainly the quiet study place. And the graduate studies carrel are located on the third floor as well. And we also have a bunch of group space, group study space and tech booths in the library help you. Welcome to join our physical library tour so that we can point you to those space and you know how to book them in the library. They are bookable, but they are also drop-in welcome. So if you see nobody in that room, you could go in to use it, basically. Okay, we have lots of things in the library. We kind of try to categorize them. So of course we have the collection, such as books, journals, newspapers, and some leisure readings as well. Research tools, databases, indexes. As I said, we have much more digital books comparing with print books now. And then technology. On the third floor of the library, we have the digital scholarship commons. And from the library main desk, you could borrow hardwares, for example, laptops, lots, even bike clocks if you forgot to bring one, headphones, and thinking about the library before you're trying to buy something on campus. So you can borrow from us. And the software, if you have a project or want to do media editing, we have the media editing software in the library. We have particular editing rooms you could book, so you could get all those support and 3D printing. If you are interested in a project, use those tech and large post printing, you could get all that kind of help from the library. Okay, let's get to the real business. At beginning of the term, you might have a course reading list. Okay, where to find it? If I have a course reading list of citations. Where do I find the course reading? Okay, the online library reserve system is connected or accessible through your Brightspace. So on my right side is a screenshot, which is the course on the Brightspace. And if your instructor say, your professor say, I put the course reading in the library reserve, and then you could log in your Brightspace course space, and then go to course and go to the green button. You see the green tab here, course reserve. By clicking on that, you will directly link into the library reserve system to your particular course, and you should find those, readings. If electronic format, you could directly click in to find the full text digitally available. If we do, sometimes your prof put some books on the library reserve, it's print. That meaning that the material will be shared among students. So you need to go to the library building to our reserve, to our circulation desk, request that book. Normally they have like a shorter long period for the print, but we don't have, we have much more digital copies comparing with print reserve. Well, that's one occasion, but sometimes you do get a citation in the reading list. Your professor said, oh, go to the library, find it. Okay, what does that mean? How could you do that? I have an example here. The example is actually a book related to Asian studies, but look at the citation. It's basically a reference to that book chapter. It includes some information you need to find this particular book chapter. So could I ask you, look at the citation thinking about what the each field is? So in this case, what is the blue part in the quotation mark? The morality of mind and the immorality of politics. What this is? Any idea? Any thoughts? You could put it in the chat. Any guess? Unfortunately, I'm sharing the screen. I won't be able to see the chat.
Yes, one
But
person says the title.
cool. Yeah, that's very good. And this is actually, and then we noticed Lu Xun and his legacy, the red part. Oh, what's this part then? So looks like a title too, right? So actually, in any citation format, doesn't matter APA or MLA, you see this like our example, the red part, italic, font. It means it's an independent publication, which means it's a publication published independently, such as a book, a journal, a map. But if it's a chapter in this book, if it's an article in that journal, that is not an independent publication. So the blue part, the morality of mind and the morality of politics, the blue part is the title of the book chapter. And this chapter is in this book. And the ED, that is the editor of this particular book, publisher, U of California Press, the publication date, 1985. And the page range is important because the page range 107 is basically telling, okay, this chapter is in this book, but that's the page range of the chapter. Okay, then next question, where do I find this chapter to read? Okay, I would give you 2 minutes, do a quick try. I put the library main page, the homepage URL in the chat box. So 2 minutes, try a quick search in the library to see if you could find this particular chapter. And yeah, just 2 minutes. Quick search. If you find it, let us know. If you know how, and if you want to share how did you find it, you could quickly put it in the chat as well. Yeah. The library homepage, you will see the main search box, which is very visible on the homepage. And you will see actually above that search box, there were 2 tabs. So I will stop sharing and go to open a library homepage. Okay, so maybe I should. I will just get out of my full screen here. Okay, and open a library homepage. I hope you could see that
Yep, we can see
homepage.
it.
Perfect. Okay, so you see the big search box is the main box. We have the search, we have book and media. So for this particular search, if I go to book search, because I know it's a book, so I could click on book media and do a book search. So what I will type in here, I will probably use that book title, the name of the book, rather than the name of the chapter, because that's the, you know, how the book was cataloged in the library, but book chapter are not normally cataloged. But if it's an ebook, it will be indexed. So there are 2 ways of searching here. Quickly show you if we search the book, click on search. And this is the library search engine. And you will find, you know, the books we have, and this one is the 1985. And we also notice there's a newer version here. Okay, I jumped it too quickly. So for the 1985 book, I'm pretty sure I have the page range. So I find the book. It's a print book in the library. How could I know? It says available and it has a call number. Okay, so call number, the PL, this number range is the access number. So showing you where this book is really located on our shelf. And there are a lot of information in this book record. So for example, the permanent link will give you, if you bookmark it, you can always, you know, get to this book. And especially for ebooks, it's useful because you can always come back to, you know, continue reading that book. And the citation actually is so it's the software work, but it will help you to, you know, if you click on APA, then, you know, it will show you the citation in APA style. So MLA will change the citation, but it's computer software work. You need to double check the citation. And then, for example, where do I find this book? Okay, so you need to get this call number because it's a print book on the shelf. And you want to know where this call number is located. So if you click on locate, and it shows you the map. So in the library, we use the Library of Congress classification numbers to arrange the collection. So it's A to Z. So on the 3rd floor, you see P and PK. So our call number is PL. 2754, right? So the PL section should be between PK and the PN. So that's how you find that book on the shelf. It's on the third floor and that direction. We have maps in the library building. You can definitely use them to find the call number range. That's one way, to find this book. But in this record, we have the subject headings. These are active links, very useful, because if I click on the author name, well, I will find all the other books written by this author. If I'm interested in this Asian writer, Lu Xun, I could click on the criticism and interpretation, active link. It will bring up more books on this topic. Okay, so I don't know, refresh it. Anyway, so that's, and for each book, you don't have to go to our shelf to browse. We have this virtual browse. So unfortunately, this book is Asian studies topic. So a lot of book cover not available. But for English books, you will be able to click more on those books close to your finding, and then to browse more virtually and click on the book. You will find that more information of that book and then where to find the other book in the library. So it's a virtual browsing function in the library. You can email the book citation to yourself to keep, because a lot of times when you write a paper, you need to provide the right citation of the source you have used. This is one search option. So if we get back to the library homepage, I don't know your test of the search. Anyone find the book through the book chapter? So it's, if you have a book chapter title, or you have a journal article, and you could directly, type in this chapter title or article title in the library big search box. We call it a Primo search. And when you click that, you will directly see this book chapter showing for you. That's because this chapter included in a newer version of that book. It's indexed. So for this chapter, it's an ebook. You will see available online. So meaning you could directly click on the link and linking over to the record here. Okay. And it tells you the page range. So this is an ebook. So you click on the ebook and use the page range to find that particular chapter. If I click on the ebook, ebooks in the library actually is the majority of our collection now. And I just want to say, doesn't matter which ebook platforms you landed in, because each vendors have their own platform. You want to always try to find the table of contents. And then you could browse to the chapter you want and download the chapter. So downloading the whole ebook is tricky, because vendors, they very cautious. They normally ask you to download a reader before you download the chapter, the whole book. So try not to download the whole book. You could download the chapters and just keep them on your computer as a PDF, just as a journal article. So that's the general way of using the ebooks. I wish to quickly mention, because it might be tricky to do that. The same thing. So that's about the book search and the library. I want to get back to my slides. 1 second. Okay, go to the slideshow here. Okay.
That's
Okay,
good.
that's about the book search quickly. And then there are different ways of search in the library, definitely. Actually, I find that I want to jump back to my search screen again. So let me quickly show you. This is another exercise we designed for you, 2 minutes again. This is in a case you have a topic, you want to search for it, where to start. So if you already have a topic, you could do any keyword search as you like in the library website, just as I did before. If you don't have a topic, I have one for you. It's called Traditional Indigenous Foods on Vancouver Island. So you could use this topic as a test. Do a quick 2-minute search in the library main search box to see how you like the results. Will you be able to access the article or book, chapter or book you find? How could you save the information? And will you be able to see more items you find on the same topic? So while you do the quick search, I will jump to the homepage. Let's see the search again. Okay, in the library, we have the search options, meaning, of course, this is not the only search option in the library. The main search box is designed for you to find, if you just need to find like a 2 or 3 citations or 2 or 3 resources support your topic, or a lot of time assignment ask you to find like 10 peer review articles on that topic, the big search box works well. But if you are doing extensive literature review, like graduate students and writing your thesis or writing your particular paper, a lot of times you need to do search option and go to database search. I quickly show you. We have more than like 400 databases in the library. The best way to find which one to use, actually, you could go to database by subject and click on the drag down menu. You will see all the subject topics taught on campus, right? So we have education databases, we have law databases, we have so by clicking on, for example, I will just use Canadian studies as an example, click on go. It will just, this list is the main database you could use to find Canadian related content. And each database detail will tell you what's included in this database. We know databases are electronic index of books, articles, conference proceedings, but they more organized by subject or topic. Which means that, for example, if you search a particular language learning content, if you search in a linguistics database, you only get language related content, right? But if you search the big search box we have here, with a language, you will get, all different material from all different subject areas. So that's the difference. And I think how does the search go? I wish to quickly ask about that. So if we have we use traditional indigenous food as the search topic for the search. If I just need to find some articles on this topic, I could paste my search term and do a quick search. And look at the search result here. So the articles, so I could limit it to this. This looks kind of unusual. Traditional Vancouver. I don't think there's. I just don't believe it's only 35 hits. Well, okay, interesting. I guess this is the location limit is tricky here. So if I go to British Columbia, so I should get more hits here. So the tricky part was the main search. It basically it's a search search platform built on all the databases we have. So the way the search platform search engine work with different databases might varies. So that's why, you know, sometimes you don't get too many hits on a narrow topic. You want to go to the database search for that. So for this topic, now I get like 176. And on the left, you have all the filters to apply. If you're looking for books, you could click on library catalog. This will limit you to the books we have on this topic. If you're looking for articles, you want to click on peer review and journal articles. These are the filter will make sure you get the peer reviewed articles. And then the subject, the type, you can limit by publication date. And the subject terms are useful, especially so for this topic, you could see these different, there are perspective of science, there are perspective from biomedical and indigenous people and focus on food. If I click on more, I will see more like a subject filter for this for my results. If I click on, for example, I'm interested in social science related to it. So I only get social science research related on this topic. Okay, and also for international students, we also have the language limit. So you will see for this 19 citations, there are 2 articles in Japanese. So we do have databases in multilingual content, French database, Japanese database. We also have Chinese academic journal databases. And so, yeah, you could also find them from the database list, okay? That is my quick talk about the library search. Any questions I wish to ask? Let me, okay, if not, I will quickly jump to the LibGuides. LibGuides are actually resource guides. Created by librarians, highlighted the most important sources related to your topic or your subject. So you will find the subject guides like research methods in linguistics, or course guide like engineering. You will find your course number on that guide. It's designed particularly for your course. And also we have some general guide on how to use ebooks and how to search the library. You will, if you forget something we talked today, you can always check those guides. And they are also learning skills guides, for example, research data, and some academic tools, and also some popular interest guide, for example, graphic novels, Canadian studies, if you want to know more about Canada and BC. So, so you should be able to see the library homepage now. Okay, perfect. So to find the resource guides, especially when you are not sure where to start, in your search. For example, I have a topic, for example, the BC forest management. So I want to search database because so I could go to, you know, the get help and then go to help guides. That's where the subject guides, resource guides are located. And from here, you under the get help, you will find the citation help and other tutorials in the library. So I click on the help guides, browse to the guides. You could search the guide. You could browse alphabetically to the subject area you are interested in. So in this, I will go to environment studies, or we could go to political science, gender studies. You will find those very useful guides in this way. For example, if you are interested in the local newspaper, I quickly show you because I find it's useful for students, doesn't matter which subject you are in. So click on the newspaper and popular magazine guys. It listed the newspapers in what you could access, from our library, the BC newspapers and the popular US newspapers, economics, if you are interested in, reading that, and popular magazines. So these guides are very helpful if you're not sure where to start in your search. So I will stop sharing and pass it over to my colleague, Sarah, to talk more about the library resources.
Awesome, thank you. So hi everyone, my name is Zara Premji and I'm the Health Research Librarian and the librarian for the Public Health, Social Dimensions of Health, Kinesiology and Physical Therapy programs here at UVic. And I'm just gonna wrap us up talking a little bit about tools, tech, and resources and where you can get help. So we've looked at the library's collection of resources. Now let's take a closer look at some of the tools, technology, and workshops that you can get access to. So in addition to information, the library offers a large range of equipment, services, and spaces. If you were to click on this link for loanable equipment, you would end up on this page that shows a little bit about all of the different equipment that you can get from the library. So you may be at the library for the whole, or you may be on campus for the whole day, your phone is running out of charge. You can come and grab a charger if you forgot yours at home, or you can grab a cable or a mouse or a wireless keyboard or an external hard drive. Maybe you want to study somewhere and there's no more spaces left in the quiet area. You can come and grab a set of headphones. If you need to borrow a laptop for a couple of weeks, you can come and borrow a laptop. Or if you just need one for a class for a short-term loan, you can also come borrow one for 3 hours. We have lots of other tech like camcorders, cameras, tripods. Say you're writing an exam and you forgot your calculator at home, you can run into the library and grab a calculator, and that happens more frequently than you would think. If you need to record something, maybe a conversation or a group meeting, you can come borrow an audio recorder. Maybe you're doing research, all sorts of other great equipment that you might need in the course of your day as a student or as a researcher as a graduate student. We also have instructions on this slide deck about how to print if you need it, and this link is available here for you to use at your leisure. The Digital Scholarship Commons, which is where my office is located, is on the 3rd floor of McPherson Library. And there you can get access to 3D scanning and printing, laser cutters, and large format printing. The large format printer in particular is very popular with students that are doing a poster presentation. Each month, the Digital Scholarship Commons offers programming on the tools that they support. So if you wanted to take an intro to 3D printing workshop, but they also offer workshops on all of the specialized software and support that we provide, such as data management, our studio, other tools, visualization tools as well. We have seasoned data wranglers who are there to help you, and you can book a one-on-one appointment with them to help with data visualization, mapping, and analysis. If you click on the workshops link that's on the slide deck, you can see all of the workshops that are available through the Digital Scholarship Commons. This page shows you when the workshops are available, as well as some lesson plans for workshops that you can do on your own self-paced. They have all of the materials that are available, including any PowerPoints, any examples, and any case studies or activities for you to work on. However, there are other experts in the library that also offer workshops. That includes the librarians as well as the Learning Commons staff. And you can also see what our workshop listing is at any time across the entire library by clicking this link here. If I were to click that link, I would end up on this page, the library's calendar page, and you can see all of the different things that are available, including library tours. So Ying mentioned this. If you want to sign up for one of these, this is where you would access that. And if I scroll down, you'll see there's like discipline-specific orientations. There are citation workshops. There are software or database-based workshops. So here, an example, an intro to Lexis, introduction to Westlaw, and a whole variety, introduction to data management plans, and so on. But beyond your academic needs, we also have access to lots of leisure materials. And so don't forget to check your library for some popular reading that you might want to take a break from all the academic work that you're doing. Or if you'd rather watch a movie instead, we have streaming video collections as well. Some of our streaming video collections have popular videos, such as The Avengers and all of the other movies, that are available. It's not quite as good as Netflix, but it has enough of a selection that I'm sure you can find something that you're interested in watching for entertainment purposes. So to summarize, UVic Libraries can support you in so many ways, and we invite you to visit the library, whether it's to get help, use the study space or a computer, take a workshop, find a quiet corner to rest and relax, or use our digital collections for your work or leisure. All of these slides have links to the various things that you can access through our library. And beyond this presentation, we also have help videos that are available on how to use the various aspects of the library. And this slide shows you exactly where you can access the help videos on the UVic Libraries homepage. And don't forget, if you have any questions, all you need to do is ask. We hope that we've convinced you that the library is your space and that you are more than welcome to visit and take advantage of all of the great free services and resources that are available to you while you are a student at UVic. And we hope to see you soon. All right, I'll end here. And if you have any questions, the three of us would be more than happy to answer them.
So
Before we jump into the Q&A and I stop the recording, I just wanted to extend so much gratitude to our colleagues at the library for this session. I learned so much. And I hope that all of you students do take advantage of these resources. It really is such a key piece of your experience on campus. So I'm also just going to put out a really quick reminder that we look forward to seeing you at the rest of the International Student Orientation programs. I'll be sharing the link in the chat. There's still time to register, and there's lots of great programming coming up in person next week. We'd also love any feedback that you have on this session or any of the other events that you participate in as part of ISOP. And finally, just a reminder that the slides and recording for this session will be available online. I hope that you bookmark that and refer to it often. And if you have any other questions, please feel welcome to reach out to us at icsinfo@uvic.ca so we can help you navigate your first few weeks at school. So with that, I'm going to end the recording and say thank you once again, and then we can transition into the Q&A.